Man, what's going up, everybody? Going up, going on. One of them. Y'all know what it is. It's your boys. It's the Crush Sports Talk right here on the Crush Sports Network. Yeah, I'm EGlaze, and that's ready for some football. It's going on right now. If you ain't watching, it's a couple of games going on. Football season is here, man.
Got a double header tonight, my boy.
Your favorite players play this weekend. So you're gonna have to see you got a cousin or a friend that you want to see if he might make the team. This the weekend you might want to check in, man, because it's gonna be football all weekend. Man, you know what we got going on. We do it every Thursday, having a good time talking. We going with just topics of the day, and we talking that trash. So make sure, man, you want to start us off, dog.
I got to start off, man. So I went down the rabbit hole today. Johnny Manziel documentary is showing now on Netflix. Dude, I'm mad at the NCAA all over again because Johnny football, just this number continues to. We talked about it a long time ago, but I want to bring it back up again because I remember how people felt so strongly about NIL and how these kids don't deserve this and whatever. Johnny Manziel, his freshman year, was responsible for a $740 million influx into the university. Everything that Texas A&M has today, from the new stadium, all of the additions to Kyle Field, weight room, just everything is off the blood, sweat, and tears of Johnny Manziel's freshman year. EGlaze. Is the NCAA truly a joke, EGlaze?
It is because, you know, I know everybody now wants to control the NIL, but Maceo, Chris Webber said this a long time ago. He was walking around the mall one day, couldn't even afford to buy himself a Big Mac. And guess what was being sold at the Champs or the Foot Locker or whatever sports store is in there? His jersey.
His
He was like,
jersey.
man, they were making a killing at Michigan when the Fab Five were there. You imagine how much money they made over that 2 to 3 year period, Maceo?
Facts.
With the Fab Five. They
Facts.
brought in millions. They still making money off of that with the Fab Five documentary they did a few years ago. So Johnny Manziel was the hottest thing Texas A&M ever had. Football, basketball, he was the hot. He won the Heisman. He was winning. He beat Alabama, which was huge at the time. So he made the school a lot of money. It also cost him because he kept drinking his own liquor. I call it.
Well, I mean, yeah,
but it was such a big time for him. You see it all the time. So when you see all these players want to get their money now, I see it because your school is going to make a killing from the jersey sales. From imagine he talking about he ate chicken tenders at what's that place now that makes a ton of money off of every time you see Raising Cane. Every time an athlete win, they got the athlete in there serving chicken and they place be packed. LSU did it, the Georgia Bulldogs did it, and all of that. So NCAA, they tried to play us for years. They made billions off of these kids for years. And now they're like, well, we had to do something with the NIL. We hate it. It's not doing what we wanted it to. You see what I'm saying, Mace? They've been doing it for years. We've been talking about it for years. So Johnny Manziel, honestly, because of, you know, let's be honest, he's a white player that went through the system. He also brings light to it because when they were saying, "Oh, these black guys, we helping them out," Johnny was like, "No, bro, I was making $745 million for this school, bro. Tell me who was buying the number 2 jersey. You can take my name out all you want to, but you know who was number 2 at the time. You could try to fake me out, but number 2 was selling out, and the games were lit. Johnny brought the crowds wherever he went. He was a road show too.
Everywhere
he was a road show too. He was a road show too, and everybody's now look at him. Now look at him.
It was so eye-opening, and I forgot they were even doing the doc. And one of my partners, he was like, "Dude, I know you seen the Johnny Manziel." Like, nah, I got to go dive into it. And it just took me back down memory lane because a lot of stuff I forgot because I mean it was 2012, 2013. But what was the most interesting thing was how all he wanted to do was play college football.
Yep.
All he wanted to do was be famous.
Yep.
And they talked about how, like, dude, the guy did zero preparation for the NFL. So he watched no film. Dog. He talked about how he sabotaged himself out of the NFL because he just didn't. He did all he wanted to do was play college football and be famous. And that's it. And he never imagined that his life turned into what it did the night after he upset Alabama, and he was the first freshman to win the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. Fame is a funny thing, everybody. Be careful.
Be careful, man.
Be careful. It's a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug.
And that was the thing about it, Mace. When he beat Alabama, it was like everything turned to him. You know, the whole college football landscape went to one guy. And that's how powerful college you can be in college sports. People believe it or not. If you do one thing, like a beat Alabama, I think was it in Alabama or was it a Texas?
It was in Alabama. He went on the road to beat Alabama.
He went on the road and beat that Alabama team.
Yeah, and it was funny because he talked about how his life changed after that game. And Cliff Kingsbury, I forgot Cliff Kingsbury was offensive coordinator.
Cliff Kingsbury
said that Johnny, it was impossible for Johnny to go to class, so they had to set up online classes for Johnny, which he said, hey, at the end of the day, it was a bad idea. But he couldn't leave. Now he couldn't leave his house. He couldn't leave campus.
Right.
Just crazy, man. It was a heck of a ride. A heck of a ride for old Johnny football.
We all looked at Johnny. We tested some things about Johnny, but Johnny did some that year or two was college football when it's right, when it gets some good characters in it, it gets hyped real good, man. And Johnny everybody knew it. But you know what, Mason? I want to ask you this, man. It's still football, but talk about the differences between, and this ain't my question, I'm just adding on to the Johnny Manziel, because when you go from college, it's fun, it's campus life, but the pros is a whole different professional ball game. Right. We saw that with Johnny. Johnny was riding he thought he could just take that same energy into the NFL. Your thoughts on, it's cool in college, it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when you do it in the NFL, man.
Right. So it's that like and love thing I always talk about. It's so many guys who just get by in the NFL, and at some point you're gonna get found out because everybody who's somebody, they take it so, like, the NFL is so rigored and it's so structured to a point where, like, dog, really all you have time to do is eat, sleep, think football. That's it. Especially your first few years in the league. Like, you have to carve out a niche. You find out, and that's why it's so important to have OGs in your locker room, because what you find out, a lot of guys, well, everybody talented, but the difference between you and this all pro is his sleep habits, his diet, his sleep. Yeah. It's like so many little things that guys don't know. Because again, when you're in college, you're the best of the best, but you're getting by on, for the most part, you can out athlete a lot of guys in college. Yep. You're not out athlete guys in the NFL.
Best and of the best,
it catches up to guys who just think, oh, I'm just happy to be in the league.
Yeah.
Nah. It don't happen. I mean, perfect example. I because I talked to Kobe so much. Yeah. When Kobe got to Los Angeles, it was such a whirlwind, and you went from limited meetings in college, or when you the guy. I mean, the defense is like you just over there because you got everything on lock. You the MEAC player of the year. NFL, dude, it's weights, it's breakfast, it's this, and it's all day. And a lot of guys just can't handle the rigors of the NFL, and that's what ends up getting guys out in year 1, year 2, year 3. You are truly a pro.
Yeah,
truly a pro.
Because make sure when you're in college and high school, you got classes in school that helps you out. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that break in between when you need it, and you got things you can do. In the pro, that's your job. That's it. You wake up at 5 in the morning and you go until 10 at night, and you do it again the next day.
You have to be at the facility. and think about when you talk about quarterbacks. The quarterback is expected to be the first person in the building and the last person to leave.
And their books are like this. It's like this huge that they got to learn every play. And they can't just learn their play. They got to learn everybody's play on offense. They got to know what the wide receiver doing, the tackle is doing. They got to know every position. And that's how it's a difference in the league. And that's why you see these cats, you're like, how did they feel in the league? I remember Tyrone Poole said, he talks to us a lot. That's our guy, Tyrone. He said he was so in the professional football business that at Fort Valley, he stopped going out and hanging out with people.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to go in, people going to the club. I was at the dorm.
I
was getting ready for the season.
He said he was running steps in the dorm.
Yeah. Everybody was out partying on weekend
because he needed another edge. Yeah.
He said, well, everybody was partying, going out to the club. I was working out. I was eating right. I was eating healthy in college. You know, we in college, we losing our mind. He was like, no, man, I knew what it's gonna take.
I knew what it was gonna take for me to get there.
5'8" cornerback who was a first round pick lasted 14 years because he knew what it took to get there. Basically, I want to keep it going with the college football. The coaches poll came out. I know you might have thought this. I'm gonna do only the top 10. I'm gonna go from the 10 up. I want to know your thoughts, man. At number 10, they say coaches preseason football poll, college football. 10, they say Tennessee. They say they're looking at that. Clemson at number 9. Florida State, they're looking to have a big year at number 8. Penn State at 7. USC at 6. LSU at 5. And here's the controversial top 4. Ohio State at 4. Alabama at 3. Michigan at 2. And the defending back-to-back champs, the Georgia Bulldogs at the number 1 spot. Maceo, give me your thoughts. I just did the top 10.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that top 10, sir.
If you notice, the same usual suspects are in the top 5. The top 10, Tennessee, everybody is excited about Joe Milton. People feel like Joe Milton could probably be a much better version of Hendon Hooker. A lot of people have the Tennessee-Georgia game circled this year as Georgia has to travel to Knoxville. People feel that Joe Milton is the guy that can upset Georgia. We know what Kirby has built. That train is rolling. Carson Beck, I put it out there the other day because I talked to my bookie. Carson Beck got one job.
What's it, man?
Carson Beck got one job. Michigan, super loaded.
Yeah.
Super loaded at Michigan. They are super loaded. Ohio State breaking in a new quarterback, but they probably arguably have the best wide receiver in the country. And Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably going to be a top 3 pick
easily
NFL. So, I mean, Glaze, we can always throw those same 10 names in the hat, shake them up, and that's going to always be like your top 5, your top 10. Those are your signature, your major programs. Those teams you name are going to be in the hunt for the playoff. Again, if you look at Georgia's schedule, Georgia's schedule is, oh my God, it is pie. But it's not their fault. Schedules are made 3-4 years in advance.
It was made 3 years ago when they won winning it.
But it's not Georgia's fault that Florida not holding up their end of the bargain. Auburn not holding up their end of the bargain. I mean, is that their fault?
They on the schedule. I mean,
right.
What you want to do? I mean,
I'm intrigued. I am truly intrigued by Florida State. I'm truly intrigued. Transfer portal was very good to them. They're bringing back Jordan Travis, who is probably the most experienced quarterback outside of Drake May in the ACC. Listen, I'm excited. Coach say USC need to be in the top 4. Coach, stop.
I'm waiting to see.
Stop.
This is USC. This is their last time in the Big Pac-12, so we're gonna see what that happened. You know who Carson Beck. Will he be? What's the guy that was before Stetson Bennett that transferred?
JT Daniels.
Will he be JT Daniels, or will he be that because he's the 5-star recruit? Everybody's looking forward. Same thing, Alabama. Who's quarterbacking in Alabama?
That's the $1 million question.
So now we're talking about just programs. Now, when you talk this is just we are the top 2 of the top 4 teams. We're talking they ain't got quarterback, but we just know. Even Ohio State, we just know they bringing somebody.
They're bringing in a new guy. But when we talk about those schools, all of those schools have a 4 or 5-star guy sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Now we know, especially Stetson Bennett, if nothing else, Stetson Bennett has taught us that, hey, Can't judge the book by the cover. You know, all these 5-stars done paraded through Georgia. Stetson Bennett is the one who has 2 natties and ain't gonna have a statue. Matthew Stafford ain't gonna get no statue. Jacob Eason ain't gonna get no statue. Justin Fields ain't gonna get none of them. It was Stetson Bennett. Carson Beck, skill set is far superior on paper than Stetson Bennett. Bigger,
right.
Bigger body, stronger arm, faster, all of these things. But he got one job. Yeah. Can he keep the bus in the middle of the road and hoist that national championship trophy come January?
Because I mean, let me be that guy for a minute. Hold on, because I'm gonna look at something real quick. Apologize, guys, but I want to just I'm pulling up my documents. My thing is this, Maceo. I'm looking at that. I'm also looking at teams outside of the top 10. I want to see what Notre Dame do in their second schedule, their second year under the coach. You know, they came back a little stronger last year. I want to see what they do next year. So Maceo brought it up. I want to just go through the games. He talked about it. University of Georgia schedule this year. So y'all ready?
Woo!
All right. September 2nd, they play Tennessee Martin.
Yeah.
September 9th, they play Ball State.
Yeah. Wow. 50 piece. Back-to-back 50 pieces.
So then they play South Carolina third.
With probably one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC.
He's big money. Rattler. He broke the NIL deals early. He was one that got the cash back early.
Get the bag.
Then UAB. So they go back down. If I'm not mistaken, which one is that what Trent Dilfer coaching?
It's Trent Dilfer, UAB.
Yeah, UAB. Then they go to Auburn. Auburn is early this year. They don't went early with Auburn this year.
Auburn, no quarterback. First year coach. You know, even though he recruiting well, but he ain't got no quarterback. Ain't got no quarterback.
Then they go Kentucky, Georgia, then Vanderbilt, Florida, Missouri, Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Georgia Tech. I see what y'all saying. Okay, I just read the schedule. I see what y'all saying.
Georgia's schedule is, boy, Lord. And again, it's not Georgia's fault.
I mean, because those are SEC teams they're playing.
Hey, they recruit too. They coaches are millionaires as well. They got Nike deals. Like, I mean, they live wasting all season too.
This the type of roster. If you lose any of these games, you playing at the Citrus Bowl instead of the Final Four. Because if you lose any of these games outside of maybe Tennessee, you playing in the Citrus Bowl on January 1st or the 31st or somewhere. You ain't playing in the playoffs if you lose any of these games in this thing.
Do you understand? The sky would truly fall if Georgia lose any of them games before Tennessee. Boy. And what's been crazy is, listen, UGA fans have been, they have been giving out work these last 2 years in these streets.
Yes, sir.
You can't talk to a UGA fan.
Yeah, you got to just take it now.
You better say two-time national champion, Georgia Bulldog. What? They've been giving out work, so people are looking for them to lose.
You know how many people?
I don't see it gonna happen.
You know how many Georgia fans been playing Drake back-to-back for the last 2 years, for the last year? They've been playing that Drake back-to-back for the last year now. That's all they playing now. You back-to-back. That's all they playing. That's what they doing in these Georgia streets around here. That's what they doing. But I'm just looking at it myself. I'm interested. I can't wait for college football season. We're in August, guys. 3 more weeks. We'll be attending. We just got our credentials for Georgia Tech, Louisville. Can't wait to see what the new regime at Georgia Tech does this year at all these schools, man. What you got, Mace?
So a guy that you've interviewed, spent a lot of time with, we've covered back-to-back seasons. One, Shedeur Sanders, and he's leaving Jackson State now, of course. He's a starting quarterback at Colorado. Yeah. Pro Football Focus and a few other publications are saying that Shedeur Sanders in 2024 could be a first-round quarterback. EGlaze, with all that's going on in Colorado, the turnover, all of these things, what are you looking forward to with Shedeur, his first year playing Power 5 football?
His patience. I'm waiting to see how his offensive line won't be that great. He might not have the best receiver, but I want to see how he handles reading the defense. If he goes, I want to see his touchdown to turnover ratio. I want to see all of that with Shedeur when he gets that pressure, because he's going to get pressure. They all want to hit Shedeur. Shedeur is on. Back in the day in the 90s when we used to play football, we used to put the superstar player on a cardboard board. We'll write the team. We put the stars around the superstar. Shedeur will be everybody's star player when they play Colorado this year. The IGs are lit.
That boy driving Maybachs. He jeweled up.
He dating big time now. I forgot the young lady. He dating big time now.
He out here.
All of everybody's coming for Shedeur. They are trying to make themselves a name. And when Shedeur, like Patrick O'Neal, Thomas says, when he's running for his life, what will he learn, Maceo? What will he have some type of poise? Will he look at his dad and say, "You out your damn mind? We need to run the ball a little bit more"? What will happen when he's running for his life? Because guess what? Oh, they don't have a cake game at the beginning of their season. They about to ball out first game of the season.
They opened up with TCU.
They got TCU the first game of the season
on TV. It's the big noon kickoff.
Do you don't think TCU gonna try to pinning their pinning the ears back?
Yeah, pinning the ears back, dog.
Trying to knock that number 2 off your jersey. It won't be, but we gotta see. Derek, I agree, man. If he can stand up, Shedeur is a very good quarterback. I saw it last year against South Carolina State. Not South Carolina State.
North Carolina Central.
North Carolina Central. They lost the game, but that last pass he threw the old boy in that corner right there was one of the best passes I've seen.
Shedeur. So which lead me to this, Emmanuel Glaze, because again, talk to my bookie. I got all my future bets in. So Colorado's over/under win total is 3.5. Emmanuel Glaze, I went under.
You don't think they win 3? I mean, you don't think they win 4?
I don't think they're going to win 4, Emmanuel Glaze. I took the under, Emmanuel Glaze.
Okay. I got – hold up, y'all.
Pull up Colorado's schedule. Emmanuel Glaze, their schedule is rough.
I know this is unprofessional, but hold on.
Pull it up.
Hold on. All right. We're going through Colorado's schedule, guys.
We're going through Colorado's schedule, baby.
First game, TCU.
Gonna be tough. Off top. Mind you, he got 65 new players. Okay, keep going.
Second game, Nebraska, who trying to come back up. So that's an iffy game itself.
That's an iffy game. New coach, new quarterback.
Third game is the Battle of Colorado State.
I think that's the first win.
Okay, you think they get that one? Okay.
You get that one.
Woo, that fourth game, they got to go up to Oregon, though. Woo,
50 piece.
Fifth game.
50 piece.
Fifth game, USC. God.
50 piece. Caleb Williams going crazy.
Arizona State after that.
Again, that's a winnable game.
That's a winnable game. We'll go with that.
Winnable game.
Stanford comes to Colorado.
Winnable game.
Different regime in Colorado. Stanford these days.
Winnable game.
Then they go to UCLA.
Not gonna happen.
Then they go to Oregon State. Make sure that might be sim. Are you sure? Make sure.
Listen, Oregon State got DJ Uyule.
That's true.
They got DJ Uyule, so they have a pretty good foundation. They already had a good football team last year. Mind you, Deion got 65 new players. Okay, keep going.
Okay, Arizona. We know about Arizona.
That's like their third to fourth win right there. Possible.
Washington State.
Tough.
And
everybody
know Utah always brings some fire. And they going to Utah.
Gotta go to Utah.
In November on Thanksgiving weekend. They going to Utah.
My 3.5. Darius said they going bowling. You are out your mind, Darius. They got to win 6 games to go bowling.
I'm gonna have to talk to your bookie. I might take the over on that, Mason. I might take and get 4. I might get 4. I got a spades hand. I make sure I got 4. I got 3 in a possible. Make sure I'm going with that. I got a spade hand, 3 in a possible. Make sure I might have to do the over on that one, man. I think they can squeeze 4, Mason. I don't know why, I got 3 in the possible. I got a spade hand right now.
Ooh.
Maceo said he got under 3.5. I'm going with that possible, man. Whoo, that's gonna be a game. That's a spade hand right there. 3 in the possible.
My
Woo,
God. My God.
Woo, tough on that boy. That's a good. Hey, if they get through this season and everybody's well and they win maybe 3-4 games, that'll be good for Dion in the recruiting next year.
Dude,
Like,
listen, they won 1 game last year. If he win 3 games, dog, he performed a miracle.
He looking like a superstar around there. And everybody in Colorado understands if they win 3 to 4 games this year, if they go to a bowl game, they might well sign him to a lifetime contract because he in there.
Harry got him going 6-4. You got to show me 6 wins on that schedule, my boy.
I got 3 in the possible, Derek. I don't know what y'all talking about. I got 3 in the possible.
Bro, they won't sniff a bowl game. Now they might go they might go bowling like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of nice bowling alleys around.
Gotta have it in Colorado.
It's cold.
But it's cold. It's cold in Colorado. You gotta have
bowling like a bowl. No.
But I tell y'all, please don't expect much at TCU, guys. That thing might get ugly quick. TCU just got out the Final Four. They still a little pissed off from not doing last year. Don't expect much.
Their program is on better foundation. Yeah. He don't know. He got 65 new. He don't know what these guys can do. Yeah. But he gonna find out fast.
They can put all the IG video, the YouTube video, everybody got athletes.
All in the video. Yeah.
You get between them lines, boy. Playing a structured team.
And listen, if y'all been looking at them videos like I've been looking at them videos, they are devoid of talent. In Colorado, I'm gonna give you one better. I'm gonna give you one better.
Okay.
And this is what really made me change. This really made me take the under. So one of my good friends, I ain't gonna put him out there. He's already NFL scouts. They already on the road. Right. So he hit me. He was like, boy, hurry, because so we always had this debate. We go back and forth, and I've been adamant about 3 wins. I've been stuck on 3 wins. So he was like, he was kind of like 5. Oh, man, Dion gonna get 5. No, this is an NFL scout who's already on the road. He called me from the road. He said, "Heard. Oh, you might be right, dog." I say, "What about what he say, bruh? I'm in Boulder right now, and I just looked at Prime Team." Bruh, it's no talent out.
I looked at the offensive line, don't look that great. I'm just looking for and I ain't even seen, I'm not in the practices. I haven't been on. I'm just looking at the video they posted. I ain't been in all yet. I'm like, he had better at Jackson State, it looked like. That's why he tried to bring out his Louis luggage with him.
Red, they're not beating USC. Red, get it out your head. Coach gonna run you because they not beating USC. Colorado not beating USC. They might beat them in uniform like the look test. But scoreboard, no.
And Caleb, let me tell you how petty players are these days.
What?
Caleb know everybody gonna be talking about Shador. I'm the guy. I'm trying to put 50 on Colorado for halftime. I can put 50 before halftime.
He might go by the same Maybach that Shador guy.
He gonna try to put 50 on him before halftime. So I got 3 in the possible. That's my spades hand with Colorado. That's what I'm going with. Who makes it? But that's gonna be a tough schedule. I just want everybody to watch the games.
Yeah.
Just watch them and don't. If you expect them to go to you're gonna be hurt.
It's not Jackson State, child.
And y'all ain't gonna see me posting because even at Jackson State, he went 7-4, 7-5 his first year. So it ain't even what we can expect, Maceo. Maceo, tonight we're still talking preseason. We're going into NFL right now. I am so ready for this season because I'm ready to see the quarterback play that we always talk about every year. And
critical.
I can't wait to see the guys that are coming back this year to see what Deshaun does in a second year after his comeback. I want to see these guys in new faces, new places. Maceo, if you give me 2 quarterback scenarios in the NFL this year that I know everybody talking about A.A. Ron. I don't really care about A.A. Ron right now. But give me Erica. I got shout out to Erica because she made me say A.A. Ron. But give me your thoughts on 2 or 3 quarterback plays that not being just as a media guy. We media now for 9 years. What are you looking forward to seeing? Which quarterback play are you ready to see this year?
First off, I'm ready to see Jordan Love. I remember having to do film work on him. I remember having to do write-ups on him, and his skill set is ridiculous. How does sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years, how does that translate? So to show and to show a good faith, the Green Bay Packers went ahead and extended him. They gave him new money. So what does the Jordan Love era in Green Bay look like? Totally want to see what's going on there. Number 2, Kenny Pickett. What does Kenny Pickett do in year 2? He's unquestionably the guy. This year, last year, kind of was Mitchell. Then Mitchell was just so bad, and then they had to go to Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is blessed with very good receivers.
Yeah.
They've got Darnell Washington, tight end, who they say is just beating up everybody. Of course, he got Najee Harris in the backfield. Can Kenny Pickett kind of resurrect the winning ways in Pittsburgh? We know Mike Tomlin and all his cliches and all that stuff. They hadn't been to the playoffs in a minute.
Right.
They hadn't been to the playoffs in a minute.
Scraping by with winning season, not losing season.
I mean, they go
not a losing season. They make it playoffs
9-7, and then everybody be like, "Oh, but Tomlin ain't never had a losing season." He also ain't been to the playoffs.
He ain't been to
Pittsburgh Steelers. Stop that. Be better. I always holler about them damn rings. Be better.
I told you, stay professional, man. Stay professional.
I'm sorry.
You get personal again.
I'm sorry. Back to professional. At number 3, Russell Wilson.
Yes, that's my thing too.
Under Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Is Sean Payton truly an offensive guru? Can he get Russ? Because I don't think people understand this, Glaze. At the end in Seattle, Russ' play was declining.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not, Russ wasn't cooking. You know, that was the whole thing. Let Russ cook. Well, Russ cooked his way out of Seattle because Pete was like, bruh, this dog, give me Geno.
Yeah.
When they say give me Geno and let Russ walk, that kind of told you a lot. Now that he has Sean Payton, because I mean, it's clear Nathaniel Hackett knew nothing about football.
Right.
Clearly, he knew nothing about football. So now Russ has a guru in his pocket. He got a guy that he's dealt with every day. Every day. Can he revitalize Russell Wilson?
That's my favorite part. He got a baby on the way too. Mad bills to pay, in the famous words of Biggie Small. I'm ready to see. Sean Payton did this once before with Drew Brees, because everybody was like, when he left San Diego, they didn't know who was going to New Orleans. They wanted Dante Culpepper first. They thought that was the guy they wanted.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
But Drew Brees got with Sean, and look what happened later on. I'm looking to see Russell is how does he handle, honestly, Maceo in his career, his first true year of everybody saying he ain't got it. Does he come back and just let it sit there? Does he come back with a mission? You know what I'm saying? He posting videos. He posting his stepson all in the video these days, taking pictures with him. He's showing his baby mama in the pool with a new baby. What do we see from Russell? I'm also looking forward to, man, honestly. I know you won't say it. I'm looking forward to Dak. I want to see what Dak do this year, man.
Listen. I'm
glad to see what Dak do this year.
And you told me to keep it professional, so I didn't want to bring Dak in it. But in my professional opinion, it's so much pressure on Dak because, dude, it's no more. What else you want, Dak? Dak, what else you want, Dak? Dak, what else you want? You need you need somebody opposite CD. Okay, we went and got Brandon Cooks.
Yeah,
we got Gilmore. We read up like, dog, what else do you need, Dak? I mean, listen, Jerry, I wish I had my watch on. Jerry, like, Dak.
Time is coming up, baby. Time is coming up. Dak, this is the season right here. I don't want to hear it, man. I'm not. look, I'm be like, Dak, no man, you
And,
can't lose. You got to play this year.
It can't be no first round out.
Yeah. No.
Dak, you need to be playing on Championship Sunday with the opportunity for the Cowboys to finally punch a ticket since freaking 1995 to the Super Bowl.
One of the best talented teams in football is the Dallas Cowboys on both sides. So, hey, and shout out, I see my boy Raphael and joined in, and I'm looking for my last person, Maceo. I gotta look for the young boy from Georgia, man. I gotta look at Fields this year. What are you gonna do second year that year in Chicago this year? With the hell,
put a lot of pressure on himself. Put a lot of pressure.
He is. He's putting a lot of pressure on himself this year. I want to see what the young boy do this year, man. You know, we you know, us up here in this North Cobb area, we are still we looking forward to it because we know what's going on in Jacksonville with sunshine down there.
Sunshine.
I'm ready to see what's happening up there in the Windy City. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen up there in the Windy City.
Red, you're wrong. Red, you're wrong. He said the only way the Cowboys can play on Championship Sunday is on Madden.
So
Jesus Christ.
Is it on amateur mode or what they call it, Hall of Fame mode? Which mode is it? Which mode?
I ain't played Madden so long.
I forget which.
I retired from Madden, and I retired by the way as a champion. So I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that.
Those are my stories, man. I'm so eager for that. I mean, of course, I'm looking at Deshaun. I'm looking at everybody's team. You know, I'm looking at the Atlanta team. I'm looking. Yeah. Highlights look fantastic. Everybody catching t-shirt and shorts. What happened when there's another team out there? But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there this year, man. So, but those are the stories I'm looking at. I'm seeing if we're gonna be some goodies out there in Denver, or we're gonna be going somewhere else doing some sideline reporting or some. He might be on NFL commentary next year if you don't play this year with Sean Payton. So, you know, he might get there.
And shout out to Russ Sierra. They got another baby on the way, boy.
Yeah,
Russ, stay shooting the club up.
Yeah, He's saying I got 3+1.
Shoot the club up, bro.
If you ask Russell, he said he got 4, but we ain't gonna even go there. We ain't gonna go there. What you got, Mace?
So Emmanuel Glaze, some talk up in the Northeast, up there in Boston.
Okay.
A lot of people feel, media-wise, in the Boston area that Bill Belichick is on the hot seat.
Whoa.
Emmanuel Glaze. Is there a situation where Bill Belichick can get fired? And let me preface with this, because what a lot of the media are saying up in Boston, when they were winning and all of these things, he kind of was untouchable, and maybe it was the Brady factor, but now he's been drafting bad. A lot of players that he brought in, they hadn't panned out. Maybe, just maybe, Bill ain't the genius that we think he is. Emmanuel Glaze. Can Bill Belichick be on the hot seat?
I'm gonna change a line in Lauryn Hill's favorite line. She said, "It's funny how money changes situation." I'm gonna say, "It's funny how losing changes situations." Lord have mercy, Bill, who we thought he got rings on both hands, Mace. And he's on the hot seat.
Let that marinate.
Let's see. I understand though. Years we was bragging about them trading all those first round picks to get those 3rd through 5th and getting all that talent.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it ain't working like that no more.
Man, looking like a genius.
Well, you got Brady that can do something. So the question keeps coming: was it the Brady or was it the process? That's what everybody. Because Brady went and won him one in Tampa.
Won and won.
He won and won. So is it the process? Was it Brady or the process? We are looking at that this year. It was 2 of the greatest coaches in football. I know the Steelers don't fire nobody, but you're looking at 2 of the greatest coaches in football history. Now everybody looking like, can y'all win without Ben or Brady? You have to think about that too with Pittsburgh, Maceo. This would be he's going into that's Tomlin, my dude. I'll play for Tomlin anywhere. That's my dude. That's my dude. But they gotta have some winning seasons without their quarterback who's retired. And so I hate to say it, Belichick Because you know my man at Gillette, whatever he used to own, whatever he owned, whatever he owned.
Mr. Day Spa.
I would say he about to get some. He needs some massages because he need a little rest. He needs his massages.
Bob Crab. He tired of hanging out with Meek Mill. He want to get back to the Super Bowl. He like, man, listen.
He tired of hanging with Meek Mill.
I don't like these rappers. Like, dog, I don't like these folks.
I don't need to have no. I don't want no specialty to have these keep people come to the games.
I want to be back in the Super Bowl, Bill.
It's wow. It's hard to fathom that a guy that wins that much, and it's a league that we've said for over 20 years, from how many years we've been in it. What have you done for me lately, man? Losing one time, and these fans are used to winning, Maceo. We don't want to be trying. I don't know if New England would ever know what to do if they got the first pick of the draft. They'd be like, "What?
Glaze.
We the first pick?"
Glaze. It's cold sitting out there when you ain't winning. It's cold sitting in Foxborough and 12 ain't running down there firing up the crowd. Glaze. It's cold when you down 24-0. You ready to go home, man? Hey, concession sales slacking. The team store ain't making no money.
Ain't nobody drinking no beers.
You ain't seen nobody no Mac Jones jersey.
Ain't nobody drinking no beers. They cold. They don't no cold beer.
Ready to go home, dog. We can't make no money on hot chocolate.
We gotta get some $1.50 hot chocolate. Give me that hot chocolate. They cold like we ain't winning no more.
We going home. Hey, once upon a time, people sit in traffic for 2-3 hours to get to Foxborough. Now folks making businesses, man. Mac Jones out there quarterback. Man, I'm sitting at the house right there from the house.
He say, man, my coat ain't thick enough. I don't know if I want to go out there no more. This coat ain't big enough to sit outside for 4 hours to watch Mac Jones. He was a third string quarterback at Alabama, right?
And right on cue, Ruben chimes in, let y'all remind us that Eli owns the Patriots.
Yeah, we know Ruben. You just worry about Jones this year, man. You just worry about Daniel this year, man.
Danny Nichols.
You just worry about him this year.
Check down Danny.
But everybody, like, it's a lot going on. And let me ask you this, and Red just say they've had first round. That was Drew Bledsoe the first time they did that. Do you trust if they do start losing to the point they get first round picks, do you go with a new regime after that and say, all right, we starting over anyway. Why don't we start over for real? You bring somebody in.
Glaze. We kind of just hit on it. If you really look at the moves Belichick has made, like a free agency, and like say he backed all those draft picks, and dude, when you look at their roster, like it ain't nothing exciting about their roster. Like, dog, you may need to scrub that thing. You might need to start listening. And I really don't think he'll fire Bill. I think they would just sit down and he'd be like, yeah, dog, it's really truly time for us to go in another direction because this ain't it. And
you gotta realize the game changes over 20 years. It has changed so much since 20 years ago.
Definitely.
So it's hard to keep up with it today. You got to be able to keep up with today's game. And nothing against Bill, but old coaches after 20 years, they might not be the same as they were 20 years before.
Yeah,
and Bill ain't no young chicken. He's 60, 70, hitting.
Yeah. Bill up there.
I want to switch the gears a little bit, Maceo, because that's even though the Braves lost today to the Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you a question. We've been talking about since game one, it looks like that Acuna is the MVP. He's the guy that's going there.
No question.
But I got to ask you about another player.
Yes, sir.
That could be on the same organization that could be giving him a little barking at his ankles. Talk about Matt Olson and the year he's having this year, man.
Emmanuel Glaze. Let's go on this kind of rant because if you recall, Emmanuel Glaze, we have receipts. when all of yous were crying when Freddie left, y'all. Oh my God, why we didn't give Freddie the money? I tried to tell all of yous. I said, hey, we're getting younger, stronger, and we got it at a better price. Dog, what is Matt Olson doing that Freddie won? I mean, like, come on, like, are we really missing Freddie? No. Do y'all see these moon shots he be hitting to the chop house? Oh, and by the way, quietly, he's got a better glove than Freddie. Shh. Get on the low. Matt Olson has been everything and more. And listen, he was stuck in Oakland. Well, a lot of people didn't see him play, but if you're a true baseball head, you kind of just read the numbers, all this stuff. Listen, when they were saying Matt Olson gonna replace Fred, remember how I was like, Glaze, we straight. We straight. Everybody, man, heard you tripping. No, y'all tripping.
Well, they use that contract and pay some other people. They like, go, Freddie. Go on out there, Freddie. Bye, Freddie. We're gonna pay some of the other young players. Go ahead, Freddie. I'll let you. We'll see you. We'll see every year.
Bro, ask the Dodgers, would they be like, man, we probably should have tried to get Olsen. Let old Freddie stay in the line. And listen, Freddie is always gonna make contact and all these things.
Freddie's great. Yes.
Matt Olson's slugging percentage, his OPS, all the nerve stats. Look at him. He got him. And he's only getting better. And he's younger, everybody. Like, man, y'all were tripping. Like, a lot of yous I couldn't believe. Well, I take that back. I could believe y'all. That's why I posted that Jay-Z picture for a lot of y'all. Because, man, y'all don't never know what the hell y'all be talking about, man. But
man already got
typing away. Y'all just keep typing away.
That man already got 100 RBIs in 111 games, man. I mean, I'm getting an RBI game, dog. This is ridiculous with this.
He on such a tag leg. You know what's crazy? When he come up the bat, you just expect him to just tear the cover off the ball. Like, bro, when he hits singles, I'd be like, man, but some of his singles be violent singles.
They be good, hard singles through the hole. They be strong through the hole. They be strong. I'm just looking, and like I said, Braves still got that pitching thing, but this lineup is
we got to do something about that pitching, man.
Pitching is we tried to make a move during the trade deadline, bring in a left-hand reliever. But these guys, man, I'm looking at it, and Matt Olson, I look at his number. I had to look twice, like, wait a minute, he got how many?
Bro,
what?
Bro, Glaze, the man is on an absolute tear, and everybody, hold on. He's still figuring out NL pitching.
Yeah.
He ain't figured out pitching yet.
And for you Freddie Freeman friends, we know he's an MVP candidate himself. We know, but we're good. We use his money to pay some other players.
Great.
We used all that Freddie money to split it up and divvy out to a few.
Some of you wanted to give Freddie like 25, 30 million. Some of you did. Listen, I screenshot everything.
Yeah,
I got it. I got it all in the folder. It's gonna come back out. It's gonna come back. As soon as y'all start saying crazy stuff, like all of you who didn't want Bijan, I'm telling you, I'm murdering you all season. I'm murdering you. But that's neither here. That's neither.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to bring it up and know the baseball, but make sure we got to keep the baseball going. I know I'm taking your question. Talk to me, man. I looked at the Power 5 in baseball. They got the Braves, Baltimore, Texas, the Dodgers, and Tampa Bay. From in the NL, who do you like to be your top 3 teams right now, man?
So, of course, it's going to always rock with those Braves. I'm going to tell you a team that's really not getting a lot of talk, and you got to be careful. Got to be careful. Philadelphia Phillies, man. Got to be careful with them, Glaze, because they so succeed. They going to backdoor the wild card, some crazy stuff like that. But what they have better than a lot of teams right now is pitching.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people understand this about playoff baseball. We're not going to score 10 runs a night. Yeah. We're not. We're going to have an offensive explosion once or twice. But, dude, the adage in baseball is good pitching is always going to beat good hitting.
And we shouldn't score 5. We scored, 5 runs today and lost. They beat us 7-5. We can't have that, man. We can't be having. We can't
because there's going to be times where people are going to, and we're going to see this in the playoffs. People are going to pitch around Acuna. They're going to pitch around Olsen. They're going to say Ozuna, Mike Harris, all of y'all beat us. Like, we can live with that. Yeah. I can't live with trying to groove one by Ronald Acuna because he going to get it. He gonna get it.
He just that type of dude. He tried to do. What else you got to make sure? We got a few more minutes left.
So I want to talk about friendship. One of the best stories I've seen come through this week, and of course I'm not surprised by this. Devontae Smith was excused from practice the other day because he wanted to be there for his friend Henry Ruggs. If you guys don't know, Henry Ruggs and Devontae Smith were best friends in high school. They formed a relationship in high school, college. They became best buddies. They were roommates, and they carried their relationship through the NFL. But we know the tragedy that Henry Ruggs was part of. But for Devontae Smith to miss practice in the middle of training camp to be there for his best friend, dude, I mean, kudos to that, man, because I'm pretty sure Henry Ruggs has felt like since this incident happened, a lot of people kind of walked sideways from him, but to look and have your partner, your best friend in the courtroom with you when you're getting sentenced,
yeah,
for your guy to be there, just talk about that. Just expound on that, dude. Like,
you know what's crazy about the situation today? Our good friend Lewis Preston said when he was fired as a head coach at Kennesaw State, before he got fired, he would get 500 people texting him over in a week. He got fired, it dropped down to 5 after a month. You know who's there for you when times are tough. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Henry's going away for 3 to 10 years. He's got his sentence.
Yo.
And I promise you, one of the last things he will see that will probably keep his spirits up is when everybody else was killing me. I'm on memes. I'm getting killed. My guy said, I will take a day off just to let you know, bro. I'm here. It makes a difference because that may give him something to do better in society when he come out, be looking forward to doing something, be able to help. He know when I come out, my boy got me. Somebody's going to be there.
And that's the strength that you need, probably, because I mean, I can't even fathom him sitting there and like maybe looking around and nobody there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, you kind of what you're talking about. Listen, when I was hot, you know, when we was out here balling, we was out here in these streets, it was good.
Yeah.
And now can't nobody
what did OJ say? I missed that. What did you say?
Man, come on, man. Y'all, come on. Y'all know how OJ roll, man. Now y'all know I'm an OJ guy. I love OJ. I had to stop retweeting OJ, man, because sometimes OJ just, I mean, I don't know if the dementia set in for OJ. I just
them hits done came back. I think he was doing his own stunts and naked good.
I can't ride with OJ like that no more, man. I mean, and y'all, again, OJ my guy. I love OJ.
That's your dude.
My guy. I don't wear a jersey no more, but OJ my guy.
I do think sometimes we always want to run from people when they probably need you. We're not. Look, Henry did something terrible. He's paying for it. He's going to jail for it. But sometimes we can't just leave them alone. We got to just, no matter how much you might look like the villain, how much people say you ain't do right, sometimes, Maceo, you have to be there for your people.
Yeah. And see, OJ got to understand this too. OJ did not do it. He know who did it, but OJ did not do it.
Oh, he know who did it. Oh, he know.
This is what OJ got to understand. OJ, them folk, if you ever had got in trouble again, them folk were gonna punish you for what they didn't get on their front side. And if you mess around and get some more trouble, OJ, they gonna find a way to bury you. So you better stay on the golf course. And I mean, OJ, relax, OJ. Relax. Stop trying to put yourself in the story, OJ. You forever a story.
He is.
Cut that out, OJ. His sentence was more harsh. Get out of here, OJ.
I'm gonna finish this with this on a funny story. I just turned 50. Thank you guys for the love. I'm still trying to read through it. There's so much love. But I got to challenge Maceo Hurd. Also in August is the 50th year of hip hop. 50 freaking years of hip hop. So I'm gonna challenge you for each decade that we really started listening to hip hop. I want to hear something. So just go with it. Be ready. I know you always crisp with your mindset. You ready?
Let's go.
Who is your favorite act or artist in the 80s?
in the 80s, man. Come on, Run DMC, dude.
Okay.
Run DMC. I begged for the leather jacket suit. My mama said, hell no. Run DMC.
And you can't repeat the same guy in these decades. So once
No
you
doubt,
give me one, you got to switch it out.
No doubt.
Let's go to the 90s. We in college. What was that artist or group or individual hip hop that you had to play in the 90s? I know this answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Yeah, so you know, so it's a slash because it's Public Enemy High School, Outkast College with a little NWA mixed in there. With a little NWA.
I thought you were gonna go Tupac, but I'm waiting.
Yeah.
All right. You keep up with hip hop. We in 2000, make it not 2010, the 2000 decade. Who is your favorite artist in the 2000s?
Dude, I was so enthralled between Master P and doggone the No Limit Cash. I was all in Jabos, all white tees, Reeboks, but a special shout out to Nelly because if it weren't for Nelly, Air Force One would still be $49.99. So I'm mad at Nelly for upping the price on Air Force Ones. But yeah. I was all in on the Cash Money No Limit thing. All in.
So we're getting a little recent. Give me your 2010, Maceo. The 2010.
Oh, in this era right here, man, it started losing me a little bit. kind of just started losing me. But if I had to be like, okay, with one of these young boys, I kind of rock with. Now, this is where I really start appreciating Wayne.
Okay.
Older, more mature Wayne. I started appreciating Wayne. I ain't, even though, like I said, I like Cash Money, but it was more juvie,
right.
You a bird.
By the way, y'all need to look at Juvie's Tiny Desktop.
Oh, Juvie Tiny Desktop might be the best one. Yeah,
so you appreciated Wayne in 2010. You were like, okay,
I had a better appreciation for Wayne in as he got older, but also, dude, I'm telling you this. I know y'all hate his backstory and all this stuff. Y'all, Rick Ross got slaps for days. Listen, I know he was arrested all that stuff.
Rick Ross in 2010.
Rick Ross music is phenomenal.
I got you.
Phenomenal.
All right. And we'll finish with this. It's a young decade, the 2020s. Yeah. I haven't jumped into nobody, but do you have anybody now? You're like, all right, I'm listening to these young boys in the 2020s.
I was hating on Lil Baby when he first dropped, but like this, the pandemic forward, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, Lil Baby got slaps.
Okay.
Lil Baby got slapped. A lot of my running music is Lil Baby, and then I didn't know some of these songs that we be working out to in the morning. I didn't know they were NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
NBA Youngboy. I like the beat. I don't like what he be saying. I can understand what he's saying.
Okay.
But his beats, oh yeah, man, he be slapping. But yeah, NBA Youngboy. But look, I'm big on Lil Baby, man. Lil Baby bite to me.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. I knew I could drop that question. I'm thinking about that the other day because, me, 80s, man. I was like, you know what, man? That was my LL Cool J time. That was when I was big at LL. Yeah. 90s is only one group for me in the 90s. It was Outkast. Old Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny? I thought you would have kind of threw Tribe in there a little bit.
Tribe was but it was.
I know it definitely Cass.
But Cass was my thing, man. It was that thing when they was the whole organized Noah. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was organized Noah for a minute. Knowing that they was part of Mars Brown and all that thing. I was all that. 2000 for me is when I appreciated Jay-Z. The 2000. Because the Blueprint came out in 99. Right. I wasn't into the Hard Knock Life stuff back then and all that.
Right.
I listened to it, but I appreciated the Hove after Blueprint came out.
I didn't. So that's funny you say that. I didn't appreciate Hove to the Hard Knock Life tour. I want no Jay I ain't rock with Jay like that. But when I saw the Hard Knock Life tour, I got it. I was like, oh, okay.
And I finished my 2010s. I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. That boy,
that's your dude. I already knew you were going with that.
Kendrick Lamar, my dude.
I already knew you were going with that.
Pimple Butterfly is one of the greatest albums I ever heard. Yeah. 2020s, man. Before he messed up in Miami. It wasn't Lil Baby, it was the Baby for me because I used to love the way that boy used to get on the track. But now that dude messed. I mean, He messed up his whole dang career.
He had the rap game in the chokehold. He couldn't do no wrong, man.
Yes, just keep your mouth shut. He counted your own self, man. How you gonna mess up your own self? But hey, man, we want to know, man. Thank you, guys. I know y'all got some. If people talking about Rose, Lil Baby, and all that. Hey, man, hip hop 50 years in. I was gonna say the 70s, but that'd have been a little too much. That Grandmaster Fashion and Furious.
It's only a couple of people we can say though.
Yeah, dude, but the 80s really got crunk.
Run DMC did run. We would go to Turtles every Saturday, and I get one of them profile albums, man. Dog, when I got sucking MCs, and Can You Rock It Like This? Just did it for me, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I might watch Crush Groove tomorrow.
There's one line of hip hop that really got me falling in love with hip hop. LL Cool J say, "Nobody can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put his face in the sand." Dude, I was sold,
bro.
That's sold. I mean, he performed on the Grammys. I was like, this dude is my dude. LL Cool J.
I ain't gonna tell you I almost got a whipping, but yeah, I got severe punishment because I was jumping around on my mama's furniture while she went home because I was doing the LL Cool. I was doing the I'm Bad video. Had my jogging suit on with no shirt on. You know, I had my Kangol. Man, my mama came in there and I was jumping all over her sofa, boy. She swung that belt so fast, boy. Yeah,
you still get a little flashback.
I still get flashback. Matter of fact, I kind of get triggered when that song come on. You know, I always relate stuff to music. So kind of when I'm bad come on, I kind of get triggered. I rap it, but I kind of like me.
You look around, make sure Gwen ain't coming out the back.
I got hit with the belt when I'm notorious. I crush it like a jelly bean. Yeah, when the belt came. So I be kind of like.
Boy, hey man, that's funny. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. And shout out, man. You know, I'm most a big hip hop. Just Eric B. Rakim. That whole album paid in full. You know what? That's what I like about when we grew up. You can see an album cover, make sure you know what the album is already. You start rapping most of the song before the album come out. You ain't gotta put no title on it. Just put the cover right there. I know that album. That's my favorite.
You know what I do? I gotta for this new era. I gotta give a quick shout out to Nipsey. I was on Nipsey before Victory Lap because you know I got all them West Coast ties. My cousins out west, they talked about Nipsey so much. I like, dog, who is he? Like I don't see nothing from him. So when Victory Lap finally dropped, I was like, oh.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle was something else, man.
He go get it.
Victory Lap was, boy, that thing still pumping right now in the car, boy. That Victory Lap was ridiculous, boy.
Yeah, man.
That Victory Lap was something else, man.
And I didn't want to, because everybody know Tupac, my favorite artist ever. So I wanted to give y'all some depth and some insight. So it's so easy for me to always throw out Tupac. Man, listen to Tupac. I started the morning with Tupac. Oh, and y'all know Apple Music finally put Pain from the Bull Ring soundtrack. It's finally on Apple Music.
By time.
Drop this week. Dude, shout out to Woody Claw. Woody hit me with it. Woody say our song has finally made it to Apple Music. Boy, I went, damn. So yeah.
Man, thank you guys for listening. You're right, David. We don't recognize the MCs. Hip hop that's I used to love. A guy could rap and you just listen to him, and the beat would just make the song sound better instead of the beat making the song better and the guy flowing over it. It's a whole thing, man. You're right, Iris. LL was hard, man. That dude.
Listen, LL invented swagger. So, you've heard me say this time and time again, Glade. To not put LL in a top 5 is ridiculous because every rapper after LL, everybody took something from LL. He invented swagger. Like that confidence, bravado. Nobody had that. Well, Run had it, but Run to do it the way man, come on, man. I Need Love. Y'all remember that, man? Come on, y'all get out of here.
Well, DMZ's voice, man, and you're right. The Juice Crew, David Hayes, them guys back then, what they did, Big Daddy Kane. Boy, we grew up some great times, boy. Good Lord.
What was that? The Symphony, Marley Marl did the Symphony.
Boy, we grew up with some great times, boy. Hip hop was fun. And it still got chances. I love it. We 50 years strong. So I always remember that hip hop was born on my birth month. I say that, I brag about it.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
My birth month is hip hop. And so whenever my age is, hip hop will be the same age. So
I always tell my dad, I always be like, yeah, he used to swear hip hop wasn't gonna last. Man, y'all ain't gonna be listening to that. 10 years from now, you ain't gonna be listening to that stuff now.
We live 50 years later. 50
right.
years. My dad used to listen to it, but they were like, man, that sounds garbage. You know, when they listened to the Commodores, which was great music, because we was fantastic.
Man, Zoom. Come on, man, Zoom.
That's one of all that music was great. We just had that was just different, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate y'all rocking with the Crush. We'll be back next Thursday. Check out those football games, because we got to talk about some of these players. There will be cuts next week, because they only got a few of them.
They'll be
cut. Throwing the cut next week.
Yeah, and if y'all are tired of Aaron Rodgers, do not watch episode 1 of Hard Knocks, please. It is a love. It's an Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers must have produced and edited that whole episode.
Y'all might with that whole Jesse. They might well call it Hard Knocks with Aaron Rodgers, because it ain't gonna be no Jesse.
Dude, it should just be called Aaron Rodgers, dude. That first episode was just like, I was like, dude, they in a defensive meeting slobbing all over Aaron Rodgers, man. I say, Coach, you should be cussing them out.
Yeah, get them right. All right, man. We'll talk to y'all next week, man. And we'll never forget about the MCs. I got to talk about that next week, because I'm going to talk about female MCs.
You can cha to this Mardi Gras. Nah, Paper Thin was so hard. Y'all still rock Paper Thin. But JJ Fad, I had a crush on JJ Fad.
Man. My favorite song of all time that don't get it, the Queen Latifah, when she said, "Give it to him, Queen." That's one of my favorite hip hop songs.
Me and Queen had a love-hate relationship, man. She be militant, then she want to be soft. And then at the time, I ain't know if she was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know if she was, was she liking chicks? Because she kissing dudes and living single, whatever. Queen Latifah confused me.
Yeah. Give it to him, Queen. MC Light, man, still one of my favorite. Roughneck. I try to be a roughneck because she said that's what she liked. So I tried that. Didn't work out for me, ain't it?
You gonna make me wear my wheat Tims tomorrow, yo. Yo, B.
I ain't a roughneck. I ain't a roughneck. So Queen Latifah, MC Light, I tried. It didn't work out. We'll see y'all guys next week, man. We'll talk to y'all later, man.
We gone, baby. Peace.